Hey everyone's Jackal Wolf coming at you with something a little bit different on the One Shot Heroes channel. This is our D&D channel. I'm joined today with my daughter, Frog with a fancy O.
Hi, hello folks. How are you?
If I called you Froggy, would that work, or do you want to be called Frog? Or
Froggy doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Okay, all right. So she's here to help me out, do a little bit of a D&D minigame test. Basically, I'm calling this Watch Tug-o-war. So it's sort of an alternate way of going through a night watch scenario where your players are resting for the night. They each pick a watch and, generally you just roll one die. Something happens, something doesn't. And while it is very quick, it's certainly not very interesting. So what this minigame is going to do, it's going to put your characters in a certain situation where they're going to have to pass or potentially fail a skill check, and that's going to have some consequences. So the premise of the game is you've got a good outcome and a bad outcome, and it's a tug-of-war between those two. Successes bring you closer to a good outcome for the night watch. Failures bring you closer to a bad outcome for the night watch. So for this game, we're using Tabletop Simulator. This is a really, really nice visual way of doing it. It allows you to create your own sort of playing cards. That's what I've done here. I've created a set of playing cards. There's 32 of them, 4 skill checks for each skill, and then a couple of random cards that are going to kind of throw a advantage or disadvantage towards the next roll. So what I want to do is we're going to run through a couple of times, just kind of test it out, see how it works, see how it plays through. Froggy, like I said, is going to give me a little bit of a hand.
Yeah, I'll try. But card sounds really cool, so.
That's awesome. But before we get started, we are a very, very small channel. If you enjoy this content, the best way you can support us is through word of mouth. If you've got friends in your D&D community, let them know about us. Let them know about this mini game. Also, this is a good chance to hit that subscribe button, click on that notification bell. That way you're alerted every time we post a new D&D video to this channel. Also, check out the description below for some additional details. But enough about that. Let's get back to this mini game. So, like I said, we've got a deck of cards. There's 32 of them in here total. I'm going to shuffle these cards up so they're all random. And the game starts with 3 cards on the playing field. Mm-hmm. And that dice is in the way. We're going to go pull that out. Froggy, you've got 3 characters there for you. Just give us a quick description of the character type as well as maybe what their strongest skill is.
I am playing an Aarakocra Ranger named Rose. Her highest thing is a dexterity with a +5. Woo.
No, that's going to come in handy.
Yeah. I'm also playing a tiefling fighter named Him, whose highest things are strength and constitution. And last but not least, I am playing Sunny, a half-orc warlock, whose highest ones are wisdom and charisma.
All right, no, so that's perfect. So there's 2 different ways we can go about getting a play order for this game. Normally, the players would probably talk it out, decide who's going to take the first watch, the second watch, the third watch. In this case here, why don't we just have the 3 characters roll for initiative? You let me know what their rolls are, because I can't actually see them.
Rose got a 15. Him got a 16. And Sunny got a 6.
All right, so it would be Him, Rose, Sunny.
Yep.
Okay, so just keep that in mind. Because we've got 3 characters, generally we want to have about between 12 and maybe 15, 16 rounds. So in this case, each character is going to get 4 rounds, and then it's going to move on to the next watch. Mm-hmm. So Him gets to choose 3 of these cards. We've got the left, we've got the center, we've got the right. Mm-hmm. We flip the card over. It's going to give us some instructions on what to do. We follow through, and then he gets to do that 3 more times. And then we move on to the next character. So which card would Him like to start with?
The middle one.
The middle one. Crafty Squirrel tries to steal some rations. Roll intelligence check, DC 12 to outsmart the rodent.
Mm-hmm. Intelligence 19.
19. So that is a success. We get a mark on the 1. Mm-hmm. So this card gets burnt, and then we're going to go replace this. So that is turn number 1. I've been using these dice just to keep count visually. You can use any sort of method you want. Mm-hmm. So next up, second part of the watch.
The left one.
The left one. The fire needs more wood. Roll strength check DC 12 to chop some logs.
21, not nat.
21. All right. So that's another positive. You guys are doing really good. All right. Third part of the watch.
Right.
Amuse yourself with an epic tale. Roll charisma check DC 12 to make yourself the hero.
9.
9. That is a failure.
Yeah.
So we go down by 1.
Mm-hmm. You added 1 though.
No, I minus 1 because you were a +2. So now you now +2 minus 1 is 1.
Okay.
It's a tug of war, right? You start at 0.
But there's 3 balls in the thing.
The balls are counting your turns, not your points.
Oh, okay.
We could have used the balls like that. I'm using the counter down at the bottom to count the things.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
All right. So last part of Him's watch.
Middle again.
The middle one. You can close your eyes for just 1 minute, right? Roll intelligence check.
6.
6. That is another failure. So you are back to 0.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to go replace that card. So that was Him's 4 turns. We're now up to Rose.
Okay. The left one. No, the right one.
The right one?
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're going to go flip that card. The fire needs more wood. Roll a strength check. One thing I should mention is this deck is a little bit of a work in progress. I've got 4 skill checks for every attribute, but I've only got 2 different descriptions for each one. So this is probably a good opportunity to throw it out there to the community. If you got any suggestions of funny little things that are going to require a certain attribute check, let me know in the comments below. Let me know on social media. I'll take all the good ones. We'll throw them in there. We'll sort of flesh this out right now. Basically, we need 4 different ones. I've currently got 2 for each check. But anyways, fire needs more wood. Chop some logs. What was your roll?
Let me roll. I didn't do it before. 14.
So 14 is a success.
Mm-hmm.
So that was Rose's first success. We're going to go throw that over there. Replace that card. We haven't come across any of the more interesting cards yet.
Left.
All is well. Next check is at advantage. So We're going to put that one up there. You get a turn. We're going to replace that card. And third part of the watch for Rose.
Middle.
Crafty Squirrel tries to steal some rations. Roll intelligence check at advantage.
So that's an 11 and a nat 20.
A nat 20. All right. So a nat 20 actually benefits you twice.
Oh.
Which is really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to go throw these guys over here. Clean that up a little bit. So you are now a +3. Mm-hmm. So pick for the 4th part of the watch.
Middle card.
Middle one again. Red sky at night, but we're not sailors. Roll a wisdom check to batten down the hatches.
Wisdom?
Yes.
16.
16 is a bonus. You guys are doing really, really well. All right.
Sunny is next, I believe.
Sunny, yes. So we're done Rose's watch. We're now up to Sunny.
Middle card.
Middle card. Late night coffee. Turn over remaining 2 cards. Choose one and carry out the action. So
nice.
The idea behind this one is you get a chance of they're both Constitutions ones.
Okay.
Playing with fire is something burning. Roll Constitution check to not get singed. Those rations might have been bad. Roll Constitution check to avoid gaseous discharge. So in the end, it didn't work out. You still got to roll a Constitution check.
Yeah, I'll do playing with fire, that one.
Well, it's the same. It's a Constitution check.
Oh, yeah.
Ideally, you'd have like a Constitution check and an Intelligence check. You'd pick whichever one you were strongest with.
Yeah. 8.
8 is a failure. So we're going to go clean these guys up. And we're going to replace all 3 cards.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the first part of Sunny's watch?
Right.
Amuse yourself with an epic tale. Charisma check to make yourself the hero.
Nice. I am very good at charisma. I rolled a 4, so that's an 8.
That's an 8, so that's still a failure.
Yeah.
And we got Down to two.
Mm-hmm. The left one.
Was that the wind or a scary ghost? Roll a wisdom check to hide under your sleeping roll.
Mm-hmm. Wisdom?
Wisdom.
7.
7 is a failure.
Oh no.
And we're down to the last one.
Mm-hmm. The middle one.
The middle one. Was that the wind or a scary ghost? Roll the wisdom check. Let's see if you're wiser this time around.
Yeah. Nope. 5.
5. So we're now down to 0.
Okay.
So the game is now over. The parties managed to pull out a 0, which is pretty much as even as you can get. Here are the plus events. So we've got a +5, which is the maximum. It's capped at plus and -5. If you're up to +5 or -5 and you get an additional one or get less one, it stays at 5. That way, even if you get a whole bunch of good ones in a row, there's still a chance that you're going to lose back. With a 0, it is an encounter, no surprise. That would mean that we go into a battle with whatever the DM had handy, whether it was a planned encounter or some sort of random encounter. Nobody gets surprised. Everybody is just, regular combat. If you had managed to keep it up between the +2, so when you were up to +3, it would have just been no event. +5, we would have got a good event. -5, we would have got a bad event more below. If you got between the -2 and the -4, it would have been an encounter, but the enemies would have had surprise on you. So they get an extra bonus round. And while we're talking about it, I don't have all the tables up yet. Again, this is sort of a work in progress, but an example of a +5 event, everyone sleeps well, add 1d6 +2 temp hit points. That would be pretty good to have. Everyone has good dreams, receives 1 inspiration dice, blah, 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 blah. We can come fill those in a little bit later. Same thing with the bad table events. Party is maybe captured. Party has a valuable item stolen. Maybe party gets poisoned, gets poison ivy or something like that. A lot of stuff that, the DM can kind of throw in their own ones here. So the intent here is just to sort of liven up a night watch. So we were able to play that one pretty quick. I'm going to say maybe about 10, 12 minutes, which was, pretty good. A pretty small amount of time in a D&D campaign. Everybody got the equal opportunity to kind of make those checks, to pass or to fail. And I don't know, what do you think, Froggy? You do...
I think it's a great idea.
Yeah?
Yeah, I had a lot of fun. The cards are nice. It was great, yeah.
And you know what? I got to say, I was quite happy with the logo that I came up with for the One-Shot Heroes. I had a temporary logo on here up until about yesterday, and then I actually sat down and came up with a better logo. So this is the One-Shot Hero logos. Again, we are a new channel.
I just noticed that. Yeah, I just noticed that.
Oh, you did?
I thought it was the name of the website, but
this is the name of the new D&D content YouTube channel that I'm working on.
Oh, cool.
Keep an eye out there for some more character creations. Keep an eye out there for some more mini-game ideas. And keep an eye out there for some actual campaign stuff. Creative Kitty has been helping me play test a campaign. There's a good chance I'm going to be doing some, one-shots with some online other YouTuber friends. So keep an eye out for that. In any case, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Feel free to add this to your own campaign. There will be a link down below to the tabletop simulator version that we're using right here. And I'm also trying to figure out what the best method would be to put the rules maybe on my Discord page where I can actually have a copy of the sheets so you can print them on your own printer. As always, if you do use it in your own campaign, make sure everybody knows where you got it from this One-Shot Heroes channel. Again, word of mouth is, basically how small channels like this live or die. I'll see you guys next time.
See you later, folks.
See you later, folks. All right. Good night.